10 silent actions to show your loved one your true worth. Stoic secrets. Stoicism. Have you ever wondered how to show your loved one your true worth beyond what's visible on the surface? In a world full of distractions, pressures, and instant gratifications, it's easy to feel disconnected from what truly matters in relationships. We all seek love, respect, and genuine connection. But how do we demonstrate our value in a way that resonates deeply with those we care about? This is where Stoicism steps in. This ancient philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions, our emotional responses, and the way we align our values with our behavior. Stoicism isn't about grand gestures or constant validation. It's about embodying your worth through consistent, silent actions that speak louder than words. In a time where relationships can feel rushed or superficial, these timeless Stoic principles offer a powerful way to cultivate deeper, more meaningful connections. In today's video, we'll explore 10 simple yet profound Stoic actions that will help you show your loved one your true worth. These are practical tools you can apply every day to bring authenticity, respect, and emotional depth to your relationships. Let's dive into these Stoic secrets and start transforming the way you connect with those who matter most. Welcome to Stoic Secrets. Number 1. Understand your true worth. One of the most profound Stoic secrets lies in realizing that your true worth is not defined by the opinions, judgments, or perceptions of others. Instead, it is determined by how you see yourself and how you treat yourself. In today's world, we are constantly bombarded by the need for approval, whether it's a like on social media, a compliment from a friend, or the constant validation from those closest to us. We are taught to measure our self-worth by external factors, but Stoicism urges us to break free from this cycle. It encourages us to turn inward and recognize that our true value comes not from how others perceive us, but from our own character, values, and actions. Picture yourself as a rare gem whose brilliance doesn't fade simply because someone fails to notice it. This understanding is transformative. When you grasp that your worth is intrinsic and not reliant on others' opinions, you begin to build a solid foundation of confidence that is independent of external approval. This shift is liberating. It frees you from the exhausting, never-ending need to impress or please others. Instead, you begin to cultivate relationships that are authentic, meaningful, and grounded in mutual respect, rather than one-sided approval. Think about how often we find ourselves trying to prove our worth to others, especially to our partners or those we care about. We often seek constant affirmation from them, looking for signs that we are enough. But what if, instead of seeking validation from others, you focused on building your own self-respect and nurturing your personal growth? When you invest in becoming the best version of yourself, aligning with your values, nourishing your mind and nurturing your soul, you naturally attract those who appreciate you for who you truly are. This is the beauty of showing your true worth. It's not about seeking validation or proving something to others. It's about creating space for authentic connections where mutual respect and understanding can flourish. In relationships, this Stoic secret teaches us that true connection is grounded in authenticity, not in the pursuit of external approval. By embracing our inherent worth, we don't just become better for ourselves. We create stronger, more meaningful relationships with others. Take a moment to reflect. How do you view your own worth today? Do you find yourself seeking constant approval? Or have you learned to appreciate your own value from within? What would it look like if you stopped searching for external validation and instead focused on affirming your own worth? How would your relationships change if you gave yourself the respect you deserve, independent of anyone else's opinion? These are powerful questions worth contemplating as you begin to put this Stoic secret into practice. When we stop chasing the fleeting approval of others, we step into our true power. We begin to attract the right people into our lives, those who recognize our worth, not for what we can do for them, but for who we are. And remember, showing your worth doesn't require grand gestures or flashy displays. Often, it is the quiet confidence that speaks the loudest. So, let go of the need for external validation, embrace your true self, and watch as your relationships transform into something deeper, more genuine, and truly fulfilling. This is the essence of Stoic wisdom. By understanding and affirming your own worth, you create the foundation for lasting connections and a life of purpose and authenticity. Number 2. Present yourself with dignity. Presenting yourself with dignity means living authentically and with self-respect, especially during challenging or uncomfortable moments. In today's world, we often feel pressured by societal expectations, trying to fit into roles or seek approval from others. However, Stoicism teaches us that it is our actions, not our outward appearances or superficial traits, that truly define us. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle applies to every area of life, especially relationships, where the temptation to change ourselves to gain approval can lead to compromise. True worth lies in staying true to our values and principles, not in altering ourselves to meet others' expectations. In relationships, whether romantic or platonic, presenting yourself with dignity means embracing your authentic self, knowing that those who truly value you will appreciate you for who you are. Your self-respect and integrity form a foundation for respect and mutual understanding, fostering stronger, more meaningful connections. Modern Stoicism emphasizes the importance of authenticity in building self-worth. When you present yourself with dignity, you're not trying to impress anyone or gain approval. Your value comes from within. As Marcus Aurelius put it, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." This idea is particularly relevant today, where many feel pressured to conform to others' standards. In relationships, the fear of rejection can lead us to wear a mask, but real love is built on authenticity. When both partners are genuine, they form deeper emotional connections based on mutual respect. Remember that your true value isn't defined by how others perceive you, but by how closely you live to your principles. Leading with dignity strengthens relationships, providing a safe space where both individuals can be themselves without the need for constant validation. In the age of social media, the pressure to present a perfect version of ourselves is even more pronounced. We are bombarded with filtered images and ideals that suggest we must look flawless to be accepted or loved. However, modern Stoicism urges us to reject these external pressures. It encourages us to embrace our imperfections and focus on the strength of our character. True value is found in our actions, integrity, and commitment to living in alignment with our values. By choosing to present ourselves authentically, we not only improve the quality of our relationships, but also build a foundation of self-worth that can withstand life's inevitable challenges. Living with dignity means we don't need to seek approval through shallow gestures or performances. Instead, we demonstrate our worth through small, everyday actions that reflect our true selves. By doing so, we create an environment where genuine love can grow, based on mutual respect and acceptance rather than superficial judgments. When we live authentically, we invite others to do the same, fostering relationships where both individuals feel valued for who they truly are. This quiet act of presenting ourselves with dignity becomes a powerful statement of self-worth, showing that we are deserving of love and respect as we are. Presenting yourself with dignity is a quiet yet revolutionary act, rejecting the pressure to conform and choosing to honor your true self. It's not about grand gestures, but about consistently acting with integrity, honesty, and kindness. When you choose dignity, you are not only demonstrating who you are to the world, but you are also reinforcing your intrinsic worth. This confidence radiates into your relationships, creating a space where both you and others can thrive in authenticity. Number 3. Nonverbal communication mastery. In the realm of modern Stoicism, we recognize that often actions speak louder than words. Our daily interactions are filled with subtle gestures, expressions, and body language that speak volumes about our feelings and intentions. Stoicism, with its emphasis on emotional regulation and mindfulness, teaches us to master these nonverbal cues as a way to communicate deeper values, such as respect, love, and understanding, even when silence prevails. In a relationship, the power of nonverbal communication cannot be overstated. A simple touch, the warmth in a glance, or the calmness in one's presence can express more than 1,000 words ever could. These silent gestures create an emotional connection that transcends verbal communication. The Stoics understood the value of temperance and self-control, and this principle extends beautifully to the way we engage with our loved ones. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality, as Seneca wisely put it. This insight reminds us that while words may build up expectations, our actions, especially in silence, ground our relationships in authenticity. When we give our partner our undivided attention, maintaining eye contact or offering a tender touch, we're conveying something far more intimate than mere conversation. These nonverbal cues communicate attentiveness and care, showing our loved one that they matter deeply to us. In the same vein, our posture plays an important role in how we convey our feelings. An open, relaxed stance signals that we are receptive and willing to listen, creating a safe space for our partner to express themselves freely, even without words. Personal space, too, holds significant meaning. Respecting it doesn't just refer to physical distance, but also allows the other person room to process emotions, make decisions, or reflect on moments of silence. This, in itself, is a profound form of love, demonstrating that we value the autonomy and emotional space of those we care about. In relationships, we often encounter conflict, and here, nonverbal communication can serve as an emotional anchor. Stoicism teaches us to approach challenges with composure and emotional fortitude, and our posture during difficult moments can help maintain the equilibrium. By keeping our body language calm, our facial expressions neutral, and our actions measured, we signal emotional maturity and control. Such restraint doesn't indicate distance or indifference, but rather conveys that we are present and able to engage without escalating tensions. In doing so, we foster a space where conflicts can be resolved peacefully and with respect. To the untrained eye, nonverbal communication might seem insignificant, but in reality, it's one of the most powerful tools we possess to demonstrate our true worth to those we love. Mastering the art of nonverbal expression is not about creating distance or hiding our feelings, but rather about communicating our respect and understanding without overwhelming the other person with unnecessary words. It's a beautiful manifestation of the Stoic ideal, acting in alignment with our values without the need for constant verbal affirmation. In this way, we not only enrich our relationships, but also strengthen our personal growth. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." Rather than retaliating with words in moments of misunderstanding, we can embody the Stoic approach by responding with silence, grace, and emotional intelligence. Through this practice, we not only enrich our relationships, but also cultivate our own inner peace and resilience in the face of life's challenges. Number 4. Be ready to walk away. One of the most profound teachings of Stoicism is the power to walk away from situations or relationships that no longer serve your well-being or align with your values. It's not about quitting or running away from challenges, but rather about recognizing when something is toxic or hindering your personal growth. Think about it. How often do we stay in relationships or situations out of fear or habit, even when deep down we know they're unhealthy for us? Stoicism empowers you to have the strength and wisdom to walk away when necessary. This is not a sign of weakness, but of self-respect and emotional maturity. When you truly understand your worth, you stop settling for relationships that constantly drain you or undermine your happiness. Imagine you're in a relationship where your needs are overlooked or your boundaries are continually crossed. It's hard to admit, but sometimes the healthiest thing you can do is walk away. This isn't about being cruel or indifferent, but about recognizing that your peace of mind and happiness cannot depend on anyone else. Walking away is a courageous act of self-love that creates space for healthier, more fulfilling relationships. It's an assertion of your values, showing not just your partner but yourself that you are worthy of respect and love. By choosing to leave a toxic situation, you honor your true self, even when it means stepping into the unknown or feeling the sting of discomfort. This action is one of the powerful Stoic secrets that can lead to true freedom. The freedom to choose what nurtures your soul and aligns with your growth. A modern story that illustrates this beautifully comes from the experience of Sarah, a successful entrepreneur. For years, Sarah had been in a relationship where she felt her aspirations were stifled and her boundaries ignored. Her partner, though kind at times, didn't respect her ambition or the space she needed to focus on her career. Despite the love they shared, she began to feel like she was compromising her own values and peace for the sake of the relationship. One day, Sarah realized she had to make a choice: stay and keep compromising, or walk away in pursuit of a healthier future. It was painful, and the thought of facing the unknown was terrifying, but she chose to walk away. In time, she found not only a career that aligned with her passions, but also a relationship that supported her personal growth. Sarah's decision wasn't about being selfish, it was about preserving her sense of self and aligning with her true worth. And that is what Stoicism teaches us. Walking away can be an act of wisdom and strength, not weakness. So, how does this apply to your life? Are there relationships or situations where you're holding on out of fear, or because you're afraid of what might happen if you let go? Do you truly feel respected and valued, or are you silently compromising your happiness for the sake of comfort or convenience? The key here is to understand that true peace comes not from holding on to what no longer serves you, but from the courage to let go and make room for what does. Remember, walking away doesn't make you a failure. It makes you someone who values their own emotional and mental well-being. The wisdom of Stoicism lies in knowing when to stay and when to leave, and trusting that leaving can open the door to healthier, more enriching experiences. Embrace this Stoic secret and see how it transforms the way you approach relationships, setting you on a path to deeper fulfillment and self-respect. Walking away is not an easy decision, but it is often the wisest choice when it comes to preserving your mental and emotional health. It requires strength and an unwavering belief in your self-worth. By honoring yourself and your values, you allow room for growth, healthier connections, and a more peaceful life. Take a moment to reflect. Are there areas in your life where it's time to walk away? If so, trust yourself. This is one of the most empowering Stoic secrets you can practice. If you're ready to act and embrace the wisdom of Stoicism, now is the time. Like this video and comment below. I choose peace over fear. Remember, true strength doesn't come from controlling others. It comes from mastering yourself. Leave your thoughts in the comments below and start embracing the change you deserve. Number 5. Set boundaries silently. In today's fast-paced and interconnected world, setting clear boundaries in relationships is a crucial practice for maintaining emotional well-being and mutual respect. Stoicism, with its emphasis on inner peace and personal integrity, offers profound wisdom on this subject. Rather than loudly declaring our needs or constantly seeking validation from others, Stoicism teaches us that the best way to maintain boundaries is through quiet actions that reflect our core values and beliefs. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This quote encapsulates the essence of silent boundary setting. It's not about talking about your values, but about living them with such consistency that others naturally recognize and respect them. Setting boundaries is not about controlling others. It is about preserving your own space, mental clarity, and emotional health. In relationships, both personal and professional, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by the constant expectations and demands of others. The pressures to please, to comply, or to take on more than we should can lead to burnout and resentment. But by setting boundaries silently, we teach others how to respect our time and our limits without the need for confrontation or prolonged explanations. In practical terms, this might look like declining invitations or requests that conflict with your personal needs, goals, or values. For example, if you value your time for self-reflection or personal development, you might choose to turn down an invitation to a social event in order to dedicate that time to a hobby, exercise, or rest. You don't need to explain yourself or feel guilty about prioritizing your well-being. Your actions, your decision to say no, speak volumes, showing others that you value your time and emotional energy without ever having to utter a word. Moreover, boundaries are vital in all types of relationships, particularly in moments when personal limits are tested. Instead of reacting emotionally or engaging in heated debates when someone crosses a line, you can choose a more stoic approach, calmly stepping back and reasserting your limits with silent strength. By creating space between you and the inappropriate behavior, you silently communicate that certain actions are unacceptable. This method avoids unnecessary drama and allows you to maintain your composure and dignity, a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom. It's not about fighting back, but about exercising self-control, demonstrating emotional resilience, and maintaining your integrity in challenging situations. Silent boundaries, when practiced consistently, have a profound effect on the dynamics of any relationship. They create an environment of respect, understanding, and mutual consideration. When you set boundaries in this quiet, steadfast way, you are not only protecting your own emotional space, but also modeling healthy behavior for others. You show them how to honor their own needs while respecting yours, creating a balanced relationship where both parties thrive. In this way, the practice of setting silent boundaries doesn't just benefit you, it strengthens the entire relationship by fostering an atmosphere of trust and respect. Modern Stoicism reminds us that we do not need to constantly defend our worth or over-explain our actions. Through purposeful, quiet actions, we communicate our values and boundaries in a way that demands respect without force or conflict. We don't need to announce that we deserve dignity and respect because our behavior, rooted in clarity and self-respect, will do that for us. As you set boundaries silently, you not only protect your own well-being, but also contribute to a healthier, more balanced relationship. These actions, though silent, carry great power and reinforce your personal integrity. Through this Stoic approach, you invite others to treat you with the same respect and understanding that you offer them, fostering an environment where both people can grow, flourish, and live with peace of mind. Number 6. Set boundaries quietly. In the practice of modern Stoicism, one of the most powerful lessons is that actions always speak louder than words, especially in relationships. Stoicism teaches that true character is revealed through what we do, not what we say. Words are easy and promises are simple to make, but the real test of our integrity lies in whether we back those words with consistent, meaningful actions. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, emphasized that our value is not demonstrated through verbal declarations or grand gestures, but through how we live in alignment with our values. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In relationships, it's not enough to simply say, "I love you" or "I'll be there for you." What matters most is showing up when it counts, providing quiet support, and demonstrating our love through everyday actions. True love and commitment are reflected in consistent presence, not empty promises. In modern Stoicism, we learn to let our actions quietly express our deepest values. Rather than relying on grand gestures, we allow our daily behaviors to speak for themselves. Each small act, no matter how subtle, reflects our dedication and commitment. This is the foundation of trust in relationships, our ability to align our actions with our words. Words can be fleeting, but actions endure. While promises can be broken or forgotten, thoughtful actions leave lasting impressions. These small but significant moments, like a supportive gesture during a tough time, an unspoken act of kindness, or a listening ear when needed most, are the building blocks of deep, lasting love. Stoic philosophy intersects deeply with healthy relationships through the quiet, consistent demonstration of love. Setting boundaries, for example, is an act of love. It's not about grand declarations, but about ensuring both partners can grow and thrive in mutual respect. Boundaries communicate that we care enough about both our well-being and our partners to protect the relationship's integrity. Thoughtful boundaries are a silent promise that demonstrates respect for ourselves and for the other person. This is how we foster healthy, enduring relationships. As Seneca wisely said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And in relationships, true freedom comes from mutual respect and the quiet strength of living in alignment with our values. Modern Stoicism teaches us that love isn't about loud declarations or dramatic gestures. It's about living in a way that reflects care, integrity, and respect through our actions. When we act from a place of calm commitment, we cultivate self-respect and create a space where relationships can thrive. In this way, we become not just individuals who talk about love, but individuals who embody love. Every small action, a quiet word of support, a gesture of respect, or thoughtful consideration becomes a foundation for a lasting, meaningful relationship. By following the Stoic path, we move beyond words to create relationships grounded in authenticity, mutual care, and integrity. Ultimately, love is not just something we say, it's something we demonstrate through every choice, action, and quiet, loving gesture. Number 7. Cultivate healthy skepticism. In a world where promises are often made but seldom kept, Stoicism teaches us to prioritize actions over words. Trusting actions, not promises, is key to understanding the true nature of those around us. For example, if someone vows to change but fails to show any meaningful behavior shifts, it's wise to remain cautious. Words are easy. Actions, however, require effort and consistency. Cultivating healthy skepticism allows us to question the intentions behind people's actions, helping us avoid being swayed by flattery or empty promises. Questioning others' motives is not about being cynical, but about being realistic. Consider the situation where someone showers you with excessive praise. While it's flattering, it's essential to pause and reflect on whether their compliments stem from genuine admiration or an ulterior motive. This kind of healthy skepticism ensures that we don't fall prey to superficial gestures. Similarly, Stoicism advises us not to accept everything at face value. When someone apologizes, for instance, observe whether their actions align with their words. An apology without a change in behavior often reveals a lack of sincerity. Another important Stoic lesson is to focus on what you can control. When others disappoint or frustrate you, remember that you cannot control their actions, but you can control your response. If your partner is distant or withdrawn, rather than worrying about their behavior, focus on your own emotional well-being and how you react. This perspective not only preserves your peace, but also helps you maintain clarity in the face of uncertainty. At times you will encounter disappointment, and it's crucial to be mentally prepared for it. In relationships, your partner or friend may not always meet your expectations, but instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment to reflect calmly and address the situation constructively. Another valuable Stoic principle is the rejection of idealizing others. No one is perfect, and by placing someone on a pedestal, you set yourself up for disappointment. If you expect perfection from your partner, you are likely to feel let down when they cannot fulfill all of your needs. Asking the right questions also plays a crucial role in cultivating skepticism. Don't shy away from asking questions that get to the heart of someone's intentions, especially in intimate relationships. If something feels unclear, seek clarification rather than assuming. Observing behavior over time is another Stoic tool for assessing trustworthiness. If someone consistently follows through on their promises, their actions gradually build trust. Similarly, avoid relying on assumptions. Wait for people to show you through their behavior rather than guessing their motives. Stoics advocate for emotional distance when necessary. If you're too emotionally involved, it may cloud your judgment. Taking a step back allows you to assess situations more objectively, trusting your instincts to guide you toward the right course of action. Avoiding overthinking and respecting your emotional space is key to maintaining serenity. In relationships, emotional distance can help you navigate challenges with greater clarity and understanding. Number 8. Patience is key. Patience is often undervalued in today's fast-paced world, where quick results and instant gratification dominate our daily lives. However, the Stoics understood patience as an essential tool for personal growth and meaningful relationships. Rather than rushing through life's challenges or relationships, patience teaches us to trust the process and let things unfold naturally. In relationships, for instance, rushing through milestones can lead to missed opportunities for genuine connection. True bonds take time to form, and embracing this gradual development allows deeper, more meaningful relationships to blossom. When we act impulsively, especially driven by temporary emotions, we often regret our decisions later. Stoicism emphasizes avoiding rash actions in these moments. Instead, by practicing patience, we give ourselves the time to cool off and think clearly before responding. In relationships, an impulsive remark or action can create unnecessary tension, but patience allows us to pause and respond thoughtfully, preventing issues from escalating. This approach ensures that our actions align with our values and helps us avoid problems that might arise from acting hastily. Patience also involves accepting mistakes, both in ourselves and in others. Stoics believed that mistakes are part of life's natural course, and learning from them without harsh judgment is crucial for growth. When your partner makes a mistake, instead of rushing to criticize, give them the space to learn and grow from the experience. This creates an atmosphere of support and understanding, where both partners feel free to evolve without fear of constant judgment. Time has a healing effect, and Stoicism teaches us that emotional wounds will heal with patience. During conflicts with a partner or a friend, giving each other the time and space to cool off before addressing the issue can prevent further escalation. By allowing time for emotional wounds to heal, we create an environment in which resolution is possible without lingering resentment. This applies to personal growth too. Whether you're working on a goal or improving yourself, patience is essential. Recognize that growth is a journey, not a race, and celebrate the small victories along the way. In relationships, patience means being present and savoring the moment. Too often, we rush toward the next thing or worry about what's coming. Patience allows us to enjoy the simple pleasures in life, such as a quiet walk or a shared meal, which strengthen our bonds and remind us of what truly matters. Similarly, it's important not to rush emotions. If your partner is not yet ready to express deep feelings, don't pressure them. Let emotions develop at their own pace without trying to force them into being. The same applies to your own emotional journey. Don't rush into feelings before you're ready. Relationships that grow naturally are often the most fulfilling because they are authentic and genuine. Patience also involves being a good listener. By patiently listening to your partner's feelings or needs, you show respect for their perspective and emotions. Instead of trying to fix the situation immediately, sometimes the most valuable thing you can do is simply be present, offering understanding without judgment. If your partner needs time alone to process their thoughts, respecting that space shows trust and strengthens your relationship. Patience is a powerful tool that allows us to navigate life with grace. It helps us face challenges calmly, knowing that not everything needs to be rushed. By embracing patience, we create space for deeper connections and personal growth, allowing life to unfold at its own pace. When we stop trying to rush everything, we find that life becomes more meaningful, relationships deepen, and our own development progresses naturally. So, the next time you find yourself feeling impatient, remember that Stoic wisdom teaches us patience is key, and by trusting in time, we can achieve true growth. Number 9. Prioritize inner peace. In the pursuit of a fulfilling life, one of the most important lessons is prioritizing inner peace over seeking external validation. Stoicism teaches that true contentment comes from within, not from the approval of others. Instead of chasing praise or conforming to societal expectations, we are encouraged to find validation within ourselves. Reflecting on your strengths and accomplishments helps build self-confidence that remains steady, regardless of external opinions. Trusting your own judgment is crucial to maintaining inner peace. While others' opinions can be valuable, relying on them too much can lead to confusion and insecurity. If you feel confident in a decision, trust your instincts, even if others disagree. By staying true to your values, you cultivate peace of mind, knowing you are living authentically. Taking care of your mental and emotional health is essential for maintaining balance in a busy world. Life is full of distractions, but practicing self-care, such as meditation or simply taking time to recharge, helps sustain inner peace. Prioritizing your well-being is not selfish. It's necessary for healthy relationships and a fulfilling life. Your worth should not depend on others' approval. People will always have opinions, but they should not define you. Stoicism teaches detachment from external validation, recognizing that our self-worth is inherent. Letting go of the need for constant approval brings true freedom and self-confidence. Inner peace also allows you to approach life with harmony. When you are at peace with yourself, challenges become easier to navigate. For example, during disagreements, inner peace enables you to respond with patience rather than impulsiveness. True fulfillment comes from living authentically and pursuing your own path, not from seeking recognition. Satisfaction derived from personal growth and living according to your values is lasting. While praise from others may feel good, it is fleeting. True fulfillment arises from within, through the joy of progress and self-improvement. In a world obsessed with external approval, it's easy to seek validation. However, Stoicism reminds us that external validation is temporary and unreliable. Instead, focus on the satisfaction from doing meaningful work, regardless of recognition. Internal validation is far more enduring than fleeting praise. By trusting your inner strength, you tap into resilience that helps you navigate difficult times. Life is unpredictable, but by drawing on your ability to stay calm, think clearly, and remain true to your values, you become more capable of handling challenges. Each time you rely on your judgment, you build confidence in your ability to handle life's uncertainties. Embracing your path means living according to your values, regardless of societal pressures. Stoicism encourages walking your own road, even if it differs from others. When you stop trying to please everyone and live authentically, you experience freedom and empowerment. The peace from honoring your individuality is a powerful antidote to external pressures. By focusing on inner peace and not seeking constant reassurance, you create a life that is truly your own. When your worth is not dependent on external validation, you gain the strength to face life's challenges with grace, staying true to who you are and what you value most. If you've ever found yourself rushing through life's challenges or relationships, only to later realize the importance of patience, share your thoughts in the comments below. Whether it's learning to pause during conflicts or allowing time for personal growth, your experiences are valuable. Let's create a community where we embrace the wisdom of patience, understanding that the true beauty of life and relationships lies in their gradual unfolding. Comment: patience is key if you agree that trusting the process leads to deeper connections and meaningful growth. Your insights will help inspire others to slow down and appreciate the journey. Number 10. Build trust with small actions. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship, and it's built through consistent small actions over time, rather than grand gestures. In modern Stoicism, reliability and integrity are emphasized as essential virtues for building trust. True trustworthiness is shown through day-to-day acts of dependability, such as being on time or remembering small details. These actions strengthen the emotional bond between people and create a steady sense of reliability. Being someone your partner can count on is crucial. Following through on commitments, no matter how small, helps create a sense of security. Simple acts, like checking in after a long day or sharing a favorite snack, may seem minor, but they reinforce care and deepen emotional connection. Trust is nurtured not just in big moments, but in these quiet, everyday occurrences. Transparency is another key aspect of building trust. Open, honest communication allows both partners to feel safe expressing themselves, especially in times of stress. Sharing vulnerabilities, such as feelings of anxiety or overwhelm, fosters understanding and creates a stronger emotional bond. By being open with your feelings, you encourage your partner to do the same, deepening trust. Fulfilling promises, especially the small ones, is vital for building trust. Keeping your word, whether offering emotional support or completing a task, shows that you can be relied upon. For example, if you promise to be there for your partner during a tough time, following through builds lasting trust and strengthens the relationship. Support through action is also crucial. Words matter, but actions have a longer-lasting impact. Helping with a task, running an errand, or simply listening when your partner is struggling shows your commitment and care. These thoughtful gestures provide emotional support and reinforce trust in the relationship. Being emotionally available and respecting boundaries helps deepen trust. Listening without judgment, offering comfort without rushing to solve problems, and giving space when needed all show empathy and respect. When you honor your partner's emotional needs, it strengthens the trust in your connection. Offering care and affection without expecting anything in return nurtures trust. Selflessness in small acts, like a thoughtful gesture or emotional support, demonstrates that your love is unconditional. This creates a sense of security in the relationship and builds trust. Similarly, honesty, especially when it's difficult, strengthens trust by demonstrating integrity and transparency. Patience is another key to building trust. Relationships face challenges and uncertainties, and being patient during these times shows dedication and reinforces trust. Remaining calm and supportive helps your partner feel confident in the relationship's resilience. Spending quality time together also deepens trust. Prioritizing time for each other, even in a busy life, strengthens the emotional bond and provides space for meaningful conversations and shared experiences. Taking accountability for your actions maintains trust. Owning up to mistakes, apologizing sincerely, and making amends shows integrity and helps preserve trust. Supporting your partner's personal goals and encouraging their growth shows respect and strengthens trust further. Trust is built through consistent, small actions that demonstrate reliability, care, and honesty. By showing up for the little things, keeping promises, being transparent, and offering emotional support, you create a foundation of trust that grows over time. Trust isn't something that can be rushed. It deepens through patience, accountability, and emotional availability, creating a stable and secure relationship built on mutual respect. By incorporating these 10 silent actions into your relationships, you not only demonstrate your true worth, but also create a strong foundation of mutual respect and understanding. These actions are simple yet powerful, reinforcing your dignity, values, and the quiet strength that can make any relationship flourish. Whether it's through consistent actions, healthy skepticism, or simply prioritizing your inner peace, you show that your worth is built from within, something no one can take away.